A woman revealed that ending her relationship gave her no sense of relief at all. Instead, it made the situation even worse. She believes her ex-boyfriend carried something dark with him, something his family talked about casually, as if it were completely normal. That was when she began to recognize and piece together the strange events that had once seemed impossible to explain. Mysterious electrical issues in his house, objects moving on their own, and other unsettling incidents the family had quietly lived with for years. After the relationship ended, she recorded a video while they were no longer together. That footage convinced her that whatever had been there before was still following her and had never truly left.
It's just sounding. What?
She emphasized that this was not the first incident, nor was it the most frightening one. She then shared the experience of her ex-partner's sister, who woke up one morning to find her puppy dead and every plant in the house dried up and lifeless overnight. While the woman was still living in that house, she often encountered strange occurrences, including sudden cold spots, locked doors that creaked and opened on their own, and shadows moving without any clear source. On certain nights, it felt as though something was moving from one room to another. After she left the house, she believed that the presence did not stay behind but instead followed her. Many people refer to this kind of entity as a jumper, something that does not remain tied to a single house or person, but moves around, feeding on stress, conflict, and emotional turmoil. Whether it attached itself to her or deliberately chose her, she cannot say. However, based on the footage, one thing seems clear. Whatever once haunted that family may not be finished with her yet. Family's dog suddenly begins acting in an unusual way, as if it is fixated on something completely unseen. Its gaze stays locked on an empty spot in the room, its body tense and alert, refusing to look away. Whatever has captured its attention is clearly invisible to everyone else. Watch closely.
Shh. You're crazy.
Two things quickly stand out. First, the family appears completely unconcerned. They brush it off, assuming the dog is simply reacting to a certain sound or acting out for no clear reason. Second, as the dog becomes more restless, they calmly hush it, something that ends up giving many viewers chills. Many people believe that animals can sense changes in their surroundings far sooner than humans can. What makes it even stranger is that only one dog shows this behavior. So what do you think? Is this just an overreactive pet? Or is it the only one in the house that noticed something unseen? Late one night, Jake was recording when he suddenly walked into his sister's bedroom holding a bottle of hot sauce, not expecting anything unusual to happen. Laughing lightly, he pointed the camera toward the bed, but the mood shifted within seconds. A teddy bear sitting beside his sister slowly tipped over on its own at the exact moment Jake spoke. Jake immediately noticed it and told his sister that the teddy bear had just fallen. Strangely, she barely reacted, simply asking in a calm, flat tone, "What?" as if everything were completely normal. Not long after, something far more unsettling happened. Watch closely.
All right, Paola, hot sauce or say something embarrassing. Paola, the bear just moved.
What?
Oh my!
Without anyone touching it, the teddy bear suddenly jolts and slides toward the center of the bed. The movement looks completely unnatural. It doesn't roll or fall like an ordinary object, but instead moves in a single, forceful push, as if driven by an unseen force. The shift is fast, aggressive, and deeply unsettling. Panic immediately takes over. All laughter and joking vanish, replaced by shouting as Jake quickly pulls the camera away. They jump off the bed and rush out of the room just as the footage cuts off. Many viewers later pointed out how strange and unnatural the movement was, especially when compared to the teddy's earlier fall. Jake insists that neither of them touched the teddy bear and says nothing like this had ever happened in that room before. To this day, he claims it remains one of the most disturbing moments they have ever captured on camera. A late-night train passenger felt compelled to start recording after sensing something was off inside the carriage. At first glance, the figure appeared to be an ordinary person sitting quietly among rows of empty seats. But as time passed and the camera stayed focused, the feeling of unease grew stronger, as if something wasn't right.
Right, speak to staff or text police 61016. We'll sort it. Right, speak to staff or text police 61016. We'll sort it.
Some viewers believe the figure never boarded the train at all. According to them, it appeared out of nowhere, as if it came from another dimension or a different moment in time that shouldn't exist. If that theory is true, the truly unsettling question is, how long had it already been there before anyone noticed? As night fell, a family was relaxing while watching the horror movie The Deliverance, inspired by the real-life 2011 haunted house case involving LaToya Ammons. At first, everything felt normal, just a typical horror movie night. But while the film was still playing, the power suddenly went out, plunging the living room into darkness. Within seconds, the atmosphere in the house changed dramatically. They said they felt a strange, heavy pressure, as if another presence had suddenly entered the room with them. Driven by fear, the family rushed to their bedrooms, hoping the disturbance would stop there. But whatever came into the house that night didn't seem ready to leave. Watch closely.
Bro, what the Oh, hell no, you gotta go.
Since that night, the family has admitted they no longer dare to watch horror movies. Some people believe that films inspired by real events can stir intense fear and emotion, which may attract things better left undisturbed. Others argue it was simply a moment of heightened nerves, triggered by the movie's tension and the sudden power outage. Still, there are those who believe that once something reveals its presence, it doesn't always leave on its own. This raises a more unsettling question. Was this just a one-time coincidence, or the beginning of something waiting for the house to fall quiet again? What do you think really happened? An Amazon delivery driver named Leah was recording her routine while picking up packages from a local storage facility. She had been working the same location for months without ever encountering anything unusual. But that day, moments after stepping inside the building, she felt a strange intuition. Not fear, but a sense that something wasn't right. She had no idea that feeling was about to be confirmed.
These people think I'm crazy. Y'all, look at this shit. Just look. You see that shit? Y'all see that shit? Yo, watch this. Got it on camera. Thank God. What?
As Leah steps inside, the camera shows long rows of metal storage lockers. Most of them are tightly closed, except for a few in the middle that are left open. Confused, Leah walks over and closes each door one by one, making sure they are properly secured. Afterward, everything seems normal as she moves away. But moments later, from a short distance, the camera captures something unsettling. One of the lockers she had just shut begins to creak. Slowly, the metal door opens on its own until it hangs wide open, then stops for no clear reason. No one is nearby, and whatever caused it is never seen. Joey Wilson is a family man living in Sacramento, California. For many years, his life at home was peaceful, until strange events began occurring in his backyard. Joey claims he often saw the figure of an elderly woman appearing from behind the bushes, standing silently and staring at him from a distance. Feeling uneasy, he contacted the police, believing the woman might be a confused neighbor who had wandered onto his property. However, when officers arrived, they found nothing. No person, no footprints, and no sign that anyone had been there at all. Despite this, Joey remains convinced that the figure was real, especially since he once managed to capture it on camera. Take a look.
Look, dude, she couldn't find her way over there, so now she's over here. She's back in here trying to find her way into my property. You see her? Look at that face. Oh my God. It's right there staring at me. Dude, how scary is that shit? Oh my God, dude. What the She's crawling through all this shit, bro.
The figure only appeared for a brief moment, but when the footage is replayed in slow motion, the strangeness becomes much more apparent. The way it moves doesn't resemble normal human movement. Its face looks pale and stiff, staring through the branches without blinking. Hoping to put an end to it, Joey installed a fence in front of the bushes. But the sightings didn't stop. In a photo taken later, something that looks like an arm can be seen resting on a branch in the exact same spot. In another video, there's no denying it. Something is clearly moving behind the leaves. Whether it was a person or something entirely different, Joey is certain of one thing. Whatever was watching him from the bushes never felt human at all. An explorer visits Presidio de Sanaba, a place known to be haunted not only because of local legends, but also due to its dark history. Built in the mid-17th century, the site was once the scene of violent clashes between Spanish settlers and local tribes. Historical records describe attacks, torture, and many lives lost on that very ground. Late one quiet night, while exploring the ruins alone, the man records with his phone while holding a flashlight. As he aims the light toward the corner of a stone structure, something completely unexpected appears in the camera frame. A dark shadow suddenly emerges. Watch closely.
Here's the room I'm in. There's the K2. There's the REM pod. There's the wall all the way to the corner.
What makes this incident even more unsettling is the explorer's position, standing in a corner with no objects nearby that could cast a shadow like that. Both of his hands are clearly visible holding the phone and the flashlight, yet the shadow moves in the opposite direction. When the footage is examined frame by frame, a striking detail appears. For a brief moment, the shadow seems to have horn-like shapes, sparking widespread debate online. Given Presidio de Sanaba's dark history, some believe this wasn't just a trick of light, but something that still lingers there. What do you think makes more sense?